Hello, how's everyone doing? Oh, this light is too bright for me. Alright, is that still okay? Alright, so today is the new moon. The new moon is actually in about half an hour, and we're going to be doing a new moon oracle reading. 2 weeks ago, we did the full moon oracle reading where we talked about what we needed to release. And the card we got to release was ideation and what we wanted to kind of fill it with, which is a weird way to say it, because we wanted to fill it with space or like to um, learn a way to honor our space a little bit more and like fill our space with things that we wanted to, the things that we had ideated already, and then what the outcome, well, the way that we were going to release the ideation in a safe and positive way was through anger. And then the lesson we were learning was to fill our space with what we want. And the overall outcome from it was to have faith. And that was our full moon reading from 2 weeks ago from, oh, I don't remember what the February moon is called. It's called like the winter moon or something. Snow moon or something like that. I know January is wolf. So now is the new moon. So the completely opposite end of the cycle. It is when you have already released everything. So your life is like a clean slate, empty vessel. You can fill it with whatever you want. The palette is clean. You can put whatever colors you want into your palette and go from there. So the new moon reading is a way to um, guide you to figure out what kind of things you should be putting onto your palette, filling your slate with, and filling your vessel with. So I really like doing a new moon reading, probably even more than a full moon reading. The cards that I'm using today are the Prism Oracle cards. They are made by Nicole Piverato. I don't know if I said that in my last live, but I love these cards. They're so beautiful. They are holographic on the sides, and they're so colorful, and the pictures are nice and simple, just simple line drawings, one color line drawings, and I really love them. So they really speak to me. I like how they kind of line up with the chakras as well. Not all of them, of course, because there's also black, pink, and white cards that don't line up with the chakras, but all the other chakras are in there. Like the solar plexus would be yellow cards, throat chakra, the blue cards, the heart chakras, the green, the um, like the intuition and crown kind of have both. That's like part purple, part blue, but like purple is more for the intuition. And because this has the other extra colors, the black and the white and the pink, that kind of encapsulates some of the crown chakra also. And I missed one, the creative chakra. The first time I heard about it, I was in the car with my mom. When I got there, she said she was in the middle seat. I don't know what you're talking about. So uh, something I wanted to talk about before we get to doing the actual reading, because I want to get the reading as aligned to the actual highest point of the new moon, which is at 7:44 here, It's okay. You have like a whole day or even more than a day before the time of the full moon and a whole day or two after to do your new moon reading. But since it was good timing, I want to put it as close to then as possible. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about honoring your cycles. And something that I noticed today, or not today, the last couple of weeks, is I've had like a big diurnal cycle where like I would wake up in the morning, maybe around 8-ish, I would get myself out of bed naturally. Maybe I would wake up around 7 and then get up naturally um, by 8, and then I would have a lot of energy like right at the beginning of the day before I even ate breakfast or anything. So I was able to do a lot of filming for YouTube. I did a lot of cleaning for my projects. I did like a lots of little projects and painting and everything, and I did it right away. And then every day, then I was thinking like, oh, I can go for a walk now after, but every day after I did all that first stuff around 2:30, I would hit a wall and either need to take a nap or something else would happen. And like all of the energy was zapped out of me. And I started to really listen to that and use my intuition and like use what my body was telling me to do, which was to do all my work and like plan to be done doing work at 3 o'clock. And it really worked out for me. And yesterday, I had the worst migraine I have ever had in my life, starting around 3 o'clock. And like, I've had an aura before where like I had like little squigglies in my vision, but this one was like taking over my entire vision. And like, I could only actually see like this much, and everything else was like all wobbly. It's hard to, it's hard to, describe it, but like if I looked that way, it would just be like all wobbly. But I knew it was a migraine because I could tell all of the other symptoms. I've had migraines before, so I know all the other symptoms. So I and I knew a migraine was coming. So I had already done the stuff with the energy that I had from the beginning of the day. I had done the work that I had wanted to accomplish for that day, and I felt comfortable just taking a Midol and then going to sleep for I think a couple hours, and then I still felt pretty crappy for the rest of the day after my nap. And then uh yeah, so that's been happening the last couple of days, not with the migraine every day, but with like not being able to function that well. So I feel like when we were younger, we were told all the time to not honor your regular daily cycle. So like so many people, if you're a night owl, you're like a bad person. And if you're an early bird, you're a good person. If you are sleepy during the first couple of periods of school, then like you're a worse person than someone who's like bushy tailed, even though it's not like just people have different timings. And then we're also like for our monthly cycles, we're told basically to ignore how our body feels. And we're like I've heard from so many different avenues and TV and everything that like you shouldn't feel any different any time of your cycle, and that's just not true. Like everyone knows that you feel different. That's why that's also a different part of the um, like the ethos around it. So I just wish there was a way that we could. I kind of feel like people are because I never heard anyone say the word luteal or luteal before, and I know I've heard it a little bit recently, so that's good. And then like the four women who are trying to conceive, and like all of a sudden they're like, you have to be really in tune with your monthly cycle, or else like you're gonna miss your chance to get pregnant. Um, that's like it's like a lot of whiplash. So we should probably be a little bit more in tune and honor like what our regular cycles are trying to tell us. All right, so let's talk about the new moon reading. So these are oracle cards. And sorry, I was reading comments. Um, and the this book and this deck of cards is 45 cards. They all say a different word on them. Like this one says anger. They all say a different word and have a different meaning. The color is supposed to evoke some thoughts and some ideas about it. And the guidebook tells different kinds of ways to use the cards. Like here's the 3-card reading. It explains what all the cards mean. This is the general check-in, which we will do sometime soon. This is the full moon release, which we just did recently. And this one is the new moon intentions. So I'm going to read it out first and then I will draw it so everyone can see. So the new moon intentions. Working with the moon can be incredibly powerful, and aligning your practice with the moon cycles is a great way to tap into nature's rhythm. So that's something that I've really been liking. In the beginning, I only did general check-ins, and I did that for everyone I did it with, and then like maybe for a couple of years that I had these, I only did the general check-ins, and then for my birthday last year, my birthday party last year, I had it on the new moon and I did everybody's new moon reading and it was really cool. And I've been trying to do the moon readings and like the new intention reading at the beginning of the year and things like that. The new moon or dark moon is a great time for setting intentions and goals. It marks the beginning of the phase during which the moon grows in its illumination, which is ideal for watching your intention grow. This spread can be done on the new moon or the day before or after the new moon. So I really like how, like, it's really nice for me that the new moon is so close to the first of the month because I think about like my goals. I'm able to think forward by about a month. It's really hard for me to think any more forward than that. But I have like my year intentions that I kind of wrote out at the beginning of the year, but it's hard for me to actually have like smart, like specific, measurable, actionable, realistic, and time sensitive. Like, you can't really have those for the year, or I can at least. But I feel like I can have them for 2 weeks to a month. So that's why I really like these kinds of intentions. All right, number one is what should your new moon intention be? So that's an easy one. That's the main card that we kind of relate all the other cards back to. Number two is why is this your intention? Number three, how can you best incorporate this intention into your life? And number four, the outcome or lesson for this new moon phase. So it's very similar to the full moon release oracle reading, but this is more about what you want to invite in instead of what you want to say goodbye to. So this is more about saying hello. All right, I'm going to flip the camera around so you can see the cards a little bit better. But I'm gonna keep shuffling. You can put the light back up. Alright, so let me write those cards out so you can see it here. So it's 4 cards, and they have it written out ascending. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So number 1 is your new moon intention. Why is this your intention? How to incorporate it? And outcome and lesson. Hi! Thanks for joining me. We're doing a oracle reading today. This is on the new moon, and it is about the new moon intentions. So I'm about to do a reading for that. So this is mostly for me because I am the one touching the cards, and that is great. But you are all here watching it, so your auras are here. So if you get anything from hearing about these cards, then that could definitely, you can use it as your new moon intentions as well. But traditionally, the person who touches the cards and shuffles the cards is the one the intentions are for. But like I said, you all are here, you're changing the energy in the room, and it does make a difference. So what I'm doing now is I'm just shuffling and cutting the cards. So this morning what I actually did is I reset my cards by putting them all in color, like separating them all into color groups. And then I did a very long shuffle this morning. And then now what I'm doing is I'm shuffling until the cards or my heart tells me to stop shuffling. So I had a kind of a weird day today because I'm still getting over that migraine that I had yesterday. And I was making breakfast and I was cutting something and I cut myself on my finger. But it's not that bad. It didn't bleed at all. And it hardly even opened up. Like, I put some Vaseline on it as soon as I could. And it's healing pretty well. But, like, I was just not in the right space. And then some other weird stuff happened. But, like, I'm actually feeling pretty positive right now. Alright. I'm going to concentrate a little bit, so I might stop talking. So I'm going to concentrate on the cards. But just as a reminder, this is what the cards we're looking out for. Okay, and then after you shuffle, you separate it into 3 piles. And then you really listen to the cards. You really concentrate and listen to the cards, and you think about which pile is the pile that your reading is in today. And then you just reassemble your deck, and then you put the 4 cards out. Now this is similar to tarot, but it's not exactly, not all of the, not everything is exactly the same as tarot. One thing that's different about these cards from tarot is that there's no like upside down or right side up, and they don't mean different things. They only have the one meaning. So it makes it a lot simpler. Alright, so the first card is our new moon intention. So let's see what we got. Ah, we got rest. That's so interesting. Like, I put rest out on my, like on a community post today, because I was saying that I needed to rest a little bit before I did the live today, because I had that migraine. Alright, so let's read this. Rest is essential for all beings. This card symbolizes the need for a little extra downtime to recharge. By giving yourself and your body the rest you need, you'll conserve the energy to achieve your goals with clarity and purpose. So, I don't like that this is my card, because I feel like I was just resting like the last couple of days, and now this is telling me to invite rest into the next couple of weeks of my life. But I want to just keep going and going. But the cards, they don't lie, and they are telling me to intend to incorporate rest into what I'm doing. The next couple of weeks may be still very busy for me, but as long as I keep on honoring the rest that I need, then I can still do everything that I want. That's what I'm hopeful that this is what that means. But let's see why this is my intention. I'm kind of nervous now that this card came up as rest. So why is rest my intention? Oh my goodness. Do you even believe it? Death. Okay. The death. The death card in a reading is not about literal death, but instead about a phase or cycle in your life that is dying out. Like the leaves falling from branches in the fall, this part of your life needs to die out to create space for new leaves to emerge in the spring. This can sometimes be difficult, and it's only natural to mourn if you feel like you need to. Just know that a whole new phase of your life is getting ready to begin. So I had a little conversation with my mom today about, like, well, what are you going to do XYZ, right? So that might have something to do with it. They say that this card is not about literal death, but it's also something that could totally possibly happen. Like, not to me, hopefully, but like maybe to like other things around me. And like that's something that I might really need to rest about and mourn. I feel like I've already gotten rid of a lot of parts of myself, and I feel like I am starting new phases of my life already. So, like, I feel the same way about this. Like, I thought I already was on this, but maybe this is just like a continuation of that, or like telling me that I'm still on the right track. All right. How to incorporate your intention of rest into your life. Pain. Interesting. So I think pain's a red card. It's brown, but sometimes you kind of just have to look through, because I'll check orange and see if it's in an orange. It is not, so it's going to be in red. Pain can feel like it's bigger than us, and it can come to us in many forms. It could be a physical, emotional, or psychological manifestation. Remember that after pain comes healing. How can you find healing and be gentle with yourself in this moment? This is like, I'm not gonna lie, this is kind of scary. The cards that I'm getting so far. How to incorporate rest into your life. Pain can feel like it's bigger than us, and it can come to us in many forms. It could be a physical, emotional, or psychological manifestation. Remember that after pain comes healing. How can you find healing and be gentle with yourself in this moment? Okay. It is spooky, right? This is, but these, like, look at, I will show you the other cards. This is, like, these 4 cards are, like, super, super spooky. I know, right? I should take out some life insurance. I have nothing to put in there. Alright, so let's see. The outcome and lesson. Movement. Okay. Let's see. When this card comes up in a reading, it symbolizes that it could be time to take action and proceed on your journey or with your plans. Taking action can be scary or anxiety producing, but sometimes you need to stop thinking about things so much and just do them. This card means that the time is now and all signs say go. Like this all of these want me, like, make me want to throw up. But like at least movement is kind of positive. Right, Theseus? Movement seems good. Uh, this, if you think about exactly, if I'm moving, I'm not dead. So this is very much a continuation of what I talked about last time when I talked about the having to let go of ideation and actually start doing something. That is what I got last week for my full moon release. And I had to have faith in what I was doing being the right thing. And hopefully, this is going to be a painful couple of weeks, but that means that after that, I will be in the right place. I'm totally spooked. I hate this. I wish I didn't do this. But yeah, so I just wanted to show you that, like, yeah, some of them are creepy, like Ghost, but some of them are really great, like success, um, creativity, magic. Like, a lot of these cards are really good, but sometimes you have to hear the terrible, terrible things. Actually, when I did my readings for all of my friends, almost everyone got pain. like everyone shuffled. Nobody got the same other cards the same as other people, but a lot of people got pain. And that's really interesting. But okay, so I did get 2 green cards, which is good because like the black card and the red card are like I do not jive with those as much. But the green cards, those I like. So let's read a little bit about green. green is the heart chakra. So this might be like I may need to have some extra protection of myself this time, this next couple of weeks. I might need to protect my heart some more. When I'm doing my meditations, I'm going to try to cloak myself in a green light, so I will keep that in mind. Green is the color of relaxation, bounty, and even love. As the color correlated with the heart energy center, it can represent love, and also the flip side of that, jealousy. In color magic, green is often used as a supportive color for enhancing feelings of calm and restoration. It is also literally easy on the eyes, and is the easiest color for us to see on the visual spectrum. Green is also tied to nature and growth. After all, what makes plants green, chlorophyll, is also what allows them to convert energy from the sun into new life. Drawing mostly green cards from this deck signifies an opportunity for renewal, whether through gratitude for abundance, movement on a new project, or rest. Let this time be easy and relaxed. Just let things unfold and grow as they need to. All right, so like even though this is a very scary reading, I did not like it. I did not like it at all. The like just remembering that like the outcome and the lesson of it is going to be movement. Movement can be very painful. Moving is very scary for me, even just like on the regular word of moving, like moving house, like that terrifies me. And moving, like physically moving is a little bit hard for me as well. Like, I'm like I am scared, and that's gonna be painful, and I'm gonna allow myself to rest through it. So, but like, please let's send each other happy thoughts. Let's like send out our green lights coming from our heart centers. Send them out to each other, and let's have a good 2 weeks. I will try to do another reading before the full moon. I'll do like a check-in maybe. And yeah, I'm really liking doing these. Even though this one was pretty scary, it's still like it's something I needed to hear. It goes along with what I've been feeling today, and maybe the migraine and the rain that came today all lines up with that. But thank you so much for watching. Happy new moon. The green cards contain the bad cards. Yeah, exactly. So rest and movement, like they are like just like I said, when I meditate, I'll cloak myself in a green light. The pain and the death cards are being protected by the rest and the movement. So, thank you so much for watching today. I hope you liked it. I will see you soon with another oracle reading. Bye! Come in.